A big announcement coming out of the Lloydminster Bobcats Hockey Club today, and it has to do with a major fundraiser for them. With more, Moses Woldu joining me on the desk.
Great times to be a Bobcat fan or a playoff fan, NHL, or even a Panda, I guess, in that situation.
Yeah.
Nothing about the black and white, and
so cute.
Who won one of those plush things? But hey, Bobcats aren't bad either. The Lloydminster Bobcats, of course, are annual evening champions. You were mentioning Nerman, the unofficial kickoff to the season. The black and orange have brought memorable guests year in and year out, and 2013 is no exception.
The speakers for the 2013 Evening of Champions, Trevor Linden and Brian Burke.
And with that, the Lloydminster Bobcats have brought in some big names once again for the annual Evening of Champions. Trevor Linden played over 1,000 career games, the majority of his time with the Vancouver Canucks. He is most remembered for the Canucks' magical run in 1994, leading the team to the Stanley Cup Finals, coming within one game of winning Canada's Holy Grail. Brian Burke went from sports agent to general manager and front office exec, with stints in Hartford and Vancouver before winning a Stanley Cup in Anaheim back in 2007. He later became the GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs and is currently with the Ducks as a pro scout.
Sedin is not English for punch me or headlock me in a scrum.
Burke is also known as one who never shied away from the camera and plans to bring that same humor to the border city.
The goal is to give people an enjoyable evening with some memorable sound bites and but also some solid hockey discussion. You know, when we get into Q&A, people have strong opinions about these things.
Something the host committee is thrilled about.
Brian Burke really brings a new angle for us this year that I think will add a different elements and really engage a lot of the listeners.
All money raised stays in the organization, helping with expenses like rink costs and travel. The event will be held on September the 5th at the Stockade. Moses Woldu, Newcap Sports.
All right, the Lloydminster Midgets will make their return to the NSRBL after a year absence, replacing the Kindersley Royals. Now, the Midgets may be young and inexperienced, but they have high hopes for 2013. Here's our second preview of the Lloydminster baseball teams.
After a one-year absence from the North Saskatchewan River Baseball League, the Lloydminster Midgets are back in the show.
We got the call, I guess, to be in here, so we're pretty happy about that, and we're just hoping we can win a few games this year and show people what we got.
The majority of the team is made up of 16-year-olds. Only a handful of players have NSRBL experience, led by third-year Morgan Spenrath. Now on paper, you'd think the Midgets would be in a whole lot of trouble heading into the year. Literally, boys amongst men. Midget skipper David Keck says the youth on the team can be a blessing and a curse.
They bring a lot of enthusiasm. They come and want to work hard and prove themselves, so that that pays off. But nonetheless, they're still boys to some extent in a men's game.
I think our biggest downfall might be our inexperience, but hopefully we can come out with a lot of energy each night and put together a lot of runs.
One of the strengths for the Midgets is their hitting, putting up 18 runs in an exhibition game earlier in the week. Very impressive to say the least, but the team is aware they can't rely just on the bats.
Hopefully our youth can score us a few runs that some other teams can't, and we'll just try to get some on the base paths and try to chip in defensively and do our thing.
They've been around a long time. They played together for a long time. They know the game. It's just their strength isn't quite there, but they'll just keep working at it, and I'm sure we'll do okay.
The Midgets might have a hard time keeping up with some of the other Lloydminster teams. However, there's an air of confidence amongst the players.
We're trying to keep working and develop as baseball players and hopefully win a couple games this year and make the playoffs.
We might have an advantage playing against the men because we're younger, and we've been together a lot throughout the entire our baseball career. So hopefully we can come up with a couple wins and make the playoffs.
The Kitscoty Lloydminster Xtreme were back in action last night after having 10 days off between games. The Xtreme, who have yet to lose this year, looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games as they host the Wainwright Wolfpack. Wainwright would come out guns a-blazing under 5 minutes in. Nathan Dragg with the low shot beats Ty Van Stewart. 47 seconds later, Kenneth Young from the same spot again will beat Stewart low. Shortly after, DJ Jensen from the slot. Once again, Wolfpack up 3-0. Those 3 goals coming $1.39 apart. The Xtreme respond from the corner. Kyle Lacroix finds Ty Kopsar, cutting the deficit to 2. Now a 3-2 game. Brandon Peterson with a rocket up high ties the game up at 3 apiece. Then some physicality. Captain Brant McAllister absolutely lights up William Thomas. In the second, the Xtreme will take their first lead of the game. Peterson will bounce off a couple checks before potting his second of the game. Now 4-3, moving up to 5-4 with about 7 minutes to go. Kopsar backdoor getting his second, giving the home side a 6-4 lead. Let's go to the third. Xtreme still leading Quinn Moon from ways out. He restores the 2-goal lead. You could say that was all the way from the moon. 7-5 then. And McAllister will get on the score sheet with a beauty, making it 8-5. Xtreme add 2 more and improve to 4-1, doubling up on the Wolfpack 10-5.
The guys, quickly started to fight it back, and wasn't very long when we were tied up and holding the game, and we went through first couple periods pretty well, even. It was just a point spread there, and then in the third period we finally showed up and started moving the ball, and conditioning was probably part of that.
We started a little slow, but gladly we shut them out in the third period. We tightened up our defense a lot, gave them a lot of pressure in their end that they just couldn't handle anymore, and it seemed to work for us.
McAllister gets my nod with that hit as the Newcap Play of the Week. Stay tuned on Sunday with Kyle Gallagher to see if it makes it. Well, staying with the Kit Scotty Lloydminster Xtreme, currently sitting in first place in the North Division, a big part of the team's early success has been the play of veteran Ty Kopsar. Matt Schumont has more in this week's Superstar Next Door.
Ty Kopsar was known for his skills on the basketball court, but wanting to try different sports, he decided to join his friends and get involved with lacrosse.
I just wanted to try something new. I was in grade 6, I believe, and a lot of my friends were playing and told me to play, so I jumped ship. I was playing a lot of basketball at the time, and I still play basketball for the wrestlers, but yeah, it's a great sport. I love it.
The veteran is averaging 2 goals per game through 5 games and says if he wants to be successful to the team, he has to be putting the ball in the net.
Yeah, I like to pride myself on my scoring ability, and I've been getting around 2 goals a game, so I work for the team, but I'm not looking individually or anything like that.
He knows where to be on the floor. He knows how to position. He knows how to make the plays happen. So if he isn't executing one, he's helping set one up. So again, just one of those all-around players that we really need. Good on the back end on defense.
Playing in his final year with the Xtreme, Ty was named as one of the team's assistant captains, an easy decision for the coaching staff.
And he's a good mentor in the team, and he shows up well. He sets a good example. He's just a good all-around leader is what he is. Yeah.
It's great to be a role model for the younger guys. I put my time in with the organization, so it's nice to finally see it pay off.
Matt Schumont, Newcap Sports.